Hello, everybody, and thank you so much for spending time with me again today. I am very, very excited today because I am chatting with Maria Friese. Maria, will you please tell us a little bit more about your art and how you started it, why you started it, and how it's brought you to the place where you are today?
Yeah, thank you very much to be here today to have this interview. Um, yeah, about my art. So I started in 2003, I think, with feltmaking in Germany. I did my studies in textile design, and that's where I discovered feltmaking. And I really was amazed by it because you have limitless possibility and you are so completely free in creating.
Mm,
So there are limitless possibilities to do. It's only your own imagination, your limitation.
mm,
And so I started loads of experimenting on my own. So I developed my techniques on my own. And I started first with surface design, to find out how can I achieve what I wanted and how exactly can I work with the designs, with the patterns on the surface. And then I started to go into three-dimensional work, artwork in reliefs on surfaces, how to achieve reliefs. And then in three-dimensional sculpture work. So what I was always interested is doing nature, organic forms, but with symmetry. So I felt really attracted to symmetric forms in nature.
mm, mm,
And I loved the way how it turns out, this symmetric thing in felt, because it has something very poetic, because it becomes very soft and very organic.
mm.
And yeah, I just developed this. And now, so I came to France and I developed the business here. I did exhibitions and I did a lot of teaching in the world.
Mm.
And then I stopped. I stopped doing it
Okay,
completely
okay.
in the
What
last
made
years.
what made you stop?
I lost a bit the sense of it. I
Okay.
lost the sense of teaching a technique. And also I had the impression that for me, I discovered everything I could. And so it changed. I did other educations for my own. So it's more in art therapy and energy work. And now I combine both of this. So I found a new sense of it also in teaching. This is really to connect to connect art, but also with the healing properties, the healing qualities. And felting is really a wonderful way to heal with and to transform things in your inside, because
Mm,
you transform it in the material
mm,
and you transform it also in the inside.
mm, mm.
And so in my workshops, so I developed now the online teachings, and in the workshops I'm doing more this now. And in
Okay.
my artwork, I used to do very big artworks, and it became too much effort for me. I
Yes.
don't want this anymore. It's so you need to physically, it's very intense to work with it.
Mm,
And so now I developed more smaller things. It's a combination with origami, with paper, which is felted then. So also symmetric, but with the felting, then it becomes very organic.
mm.
And then I use cyanotype, or I don't know how you call it, cyanotype. It's a blueprint with sunlight. And yeah, so it changed the way it changed. So now
That's
I'm
so
here.
wonderful. That's so wonderful. I'm absolutely loving your evolution. I
Yeah,
really love your evolution. And
thank you.
every time you've added another layer and another dimension to where it started. That's so beautiful.
But that's it. That's always what I always say. I really started with the surface with a 2D felt, and then it went to 3D, and now I would say I'm now felting in the 5D, something like this, because it's really deep felting. It is not only it's yes, I use the felt, but
Yes,
it is felting on another level
yes,
where you have an
yes,
influence on. Yeah, I think you have also an influence on the environment. When you put your artwork out, it have an effect on the environment, on
mm,
everything.
absolutely,
Mm.
absolutely. And what did you enjoy most about teaching?
Oh, I love teaching. I like to be with the people, and I like it's always so magical because it's often women in the workshops, and they just discover their creativity, feeling happy and joy to start playing with it again, playing like children, just to and all this connection to do something together in a group.
Mm, mm,
And I like really to guide them individually to that they discover their own potential, their own creativity.
mm, mm. Absolutely. Do a lot of your students come to you and say that they aren't creative at all?
There are, yes.
Uh,
I have often people, women saying, yeah, but I'm not really creative, or I don't know, I think I'm doing it in the wrong way. And I'm
mm,
always motivating. There is no wrong. It's just experimenting. It's just doing.
yes.
Saying that yeah, this is all our limiting beliefs about ourselves. We constructed ourselves, or we adapted ourselves in our childhood to be like to adapt ourselves in our environment, the expectations
Mm, mm. Absolutely.
our
Absolutely.
environment could have to us. And I like this. I like to just to bring them a little bit, or to guide them a little bit, to take this curiosity and this fun by playing and experimenting back.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
It sounds wonderful. I want to attend one of your workshops.
Yeah.
I think I'd have a great time. I'm sorry,
No.
a continent and an ocean separates us.
Oh, that's no problem. I love traveling. I hope this will come back, because this I really enjoyed to travel for doing the workshops, and
Okay.
this is
So,
what I miss at this moment.
okay. Where all in the world have you taught?
Well, I was so in Europe, in France, in Germany, in Italy, in England, in Scotland, in Denmark, Belgium,
Wow.
but also in Argentina, in America, in Canada.
Mm. How wonderful. How
Yeah.
wonderful. And how do you normally set your trips up?
Sorry.
How do you normally get your bookings in other countries?
But it was normally the people contacted me, so
Okay.
groups,
Word of mouth?
and then, sorry,
Word of mouth.
yeah,
Okay. Okay.
they contacted me, and then we just I made an offer, and we just, yeah, it's the people, they organized everything. I send them the program and the materials we need, and then, yeah, they just
Okay.
organize the things, and they come
Okay.
teaching.
And have you had any challenges teaching overseas?
Yeah, in the beginning it was really challenge for me to do this, because I
Okay.
didn't want it to do this. Now I love
Ah.
it, but in the beginning it was really a challenge.
Why didn't you want to do it in the beginning?
I thought that I was not made for this. I was really
Interesting.
timid. Do you say this?
Mm.
Yeah. I had so many problems to speak before a group of people. It was stressing completely.
Okay. Okay.
The languages
Yes.
also,
Yes.
but I know it is. I know that I have to do it. I know that it is my way.
Yes.
So now, so I did loads of work on my own to develop myself and to be able to, because I love it. It gives me so much sense in my life to be with groups of people. So I'm happy that I feel so good with it now, but in the beginning it was really, really challenging. But I know so that it is able to change, to transform, because I had so many challenges with this,
Yes.
to speak to people, in front of people,
Yes.
to express myself freely. And so I did loads of work for my own, and I know it is possible to transform, to change.
I love this so much. I love this so much. I speak to so many people who are fearful of speaking in public, and here you are talking on YouTube in front of the whole world with confidence. Well done.
Yeah, thank you. I'm proud of myself. Yes.
You should be. You should be. It's inspiring for other introverts who feel they can't start a business or live the life they want to because they're stuck behind that fear. So thank you for sharing that. That's amazing. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, me, it was really, I had loads of fears like this, to go out, to show myself, to make pictures, or even to do an interview like this here, to yeah.
So for people watching, what kind of work do you need to do to get to this point?
So what
Did you use
me,
coaches? Did you sign up for courses? How did you go through the process? Or was it just introspection and just saying, I'm going to do this even though I'm afraid?
well, no, I think it's really an individual thing. Each of one has to look what is the best way for him, for them. For me, it was, I'm healing with art a lot. I'm doing loads of work with that. This is really my way, art and the energy work. And so I did different retreats also to reconnect to my inner power, to my inners, to me. And then I healed, but also I healed a lot of with myself by doing art in a way where I put the attention inside that I want to release something, release blockages. And this is so amazing because in the artworks, you can really do this. The material, in felting, for example, the material, you can use it as, it makes something visible in the material, which is which is in your innerst. You can put it out and then it will tell you a story. You will feel what it has to say to you, and you can transform it in something. And I did lots of experimentation on my own to release blockages like this, to transform inner feelings,
Yes.
but also limiting beliefs in a way. I did really
That's
loads of things
amazing.
like this with art, also with writing and
Okay.
drawing, and
And
this
it
is
sounds as though
really,
it's an ongoing process. You still do it.
yes, I still do it. I started last year this monthly online felting. So I'm actually now doing tutorials. All the monthly courses I put in videos. I'm recording everything.
Mm.
And as I am in the process, of course, I always find something about myself with it. So when you work with people in these things, we are all connected. You will always also work for your own.
Yes.
So even if I'm teaching, I'm in the process and I'm finding things for my own. And this is the amazing thing, that when you could say you do it for others, but you do it also for your own. It is just an exchange, and we are all connected and we are all on the same level, the teacher as well as the the students.
Yes. What a wonderful way
So
of viewing it.
mm,
How beautiful.
I love it.
Oh my goodness, I just want to come to a workshop with you now.
I
and
need to start.
if people want to so have your workshops been closed down with COVID?
Well, I stopped completely teaching.
Because
And
of COVID, or had you stopped prior to that?
I stopped it before. I think the last I did in 2018.
Okay.
Because at this time it was more technical, especially technical, and yes, always with creativity, okay, but more technical. And I needed to find another way how to teach. It was no more in line with what I wanted to bring to the people. And so with COVID, the good thing was that one day I just had the idea, I just start to experiment something online with the people. And so we started this online courses from 2.5 hours. So with people from all over the world. And now it gave me the chance to develop something. Now I know how I would like to do it, how I would like to change, that we really use the material as our remedy, as our material for healing, or for discovering more potential, to become more light and free and happy. And so at this moment, I've not started again with teaching groups, but I would love to. Now I really feel I find a way how to do that, and I hope that the people will like it.
I'm sure they will. I'm sure they
Because
will.
it's a different thing. It's not the
Yes.
same as I did before.
Yes.
It's different.
And you sound very ready for your next evolution.
Yeah.
It's so wonderful. It's so wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing your amazing story with us today. I really enjoyed
You're
that very,
welcome.
very much.
Thank you.
So, Maria, if anybody who's watching would like to get in touch with you, where can they see your work? Where can they find your workshops? All of that information.
So I have a website. So there is everything about my work offers, because I'm not only working with art, I have also my individual accompaniment in my practice, but also in remote sessions, in energy work, and a combination of this energy and art. So I really adapt it individually. And then there are also my art projects, and the information about all courses and events. And next week, there will also be the first tutorial available, the first course for intuitive felting, to have a first insight in what it is intuitive felting and how to use it as our remedy. And then I have my blog. And on the blog, this is more about all my artistic work. So you can also see what I did in all the last years. it is really, you see everything. You see the workshops, you see my artworks, my exhibitions. Yeah.
Okay. How wonderful. Thank you so much. And for everybody watching, I will share Maria's links in the description of this video when I upload it to YouTube. Maria, thank you so much for chatting with me today. That was totally inspiring, and I'm really looking forward to sharing this with my networks.
Thank you, Melanie. It was really a pleasure for me too.